Assalamualaikum everyone. Today we will discuss how to write a research paper. So first we will see what are the main components of a research paper. So these are the main components of a research paper. First one is title, then abstract, keywords, introduction, literature review, material and methods, result, discussion, and the last one is conclusion. We will discuss each of these components one by one. So the first one is title. So before writing or selecting the title of your research article, you must be ensured that your title must fulfill the following EAP requirement, which are your title must be expressive, which means your title must be informative. Your title must be attractive, fascinating to the reader. Your title must be parsimonious. You must convince your reader from your title to read the research article. This is an example of a title of any research article, and the title of that research article is environmentally friendly and efficient process for the preparation of beta hydroxyl ketone. Some additional requirement before writing the title of your research article, that your title must be simple, precise, specific, and informative. One additional requirement or one more suggestion, that your title must include one or two keywords from your research paper, so that from reading, just from reading the title, the reader will get to know what your paper is all about, what your research is all about. So it is better to include one or two words from your, one or two keywords from your research paper. After writing the title, as you can see, these are the author name. In some cases you will find only two authors, but in most of the cases you will find more than two authors. And how to enlist this author name, we will discuss next. uh, DOI number, this DOI stands for digital object identifier. So from this DOI number you can find your research article. Just by pasting this DOI number on the Google Scholar, your paper will get open. This is a second example. This is a title of a review paper. As you can see, the total words count for this title are between 5 to 10, not more than 20 words. So you must be careful about this. And the next one is author name. So the author names are listed in a manner that the author's surname always enlisted before his or her initial name. In most of the cases, you will find only two authors, as I have discussed before. So for those paper in which you will find only two authors, the first one is the first author or the principal investigator. This author is basically the major contributor who contributed most to that paper, and his or her name is mostly visible in the text or bibliographic referencing as well. The next author is the last author. This last author position is mostly reserved for your supervisor. These are some of the ranking or standard rules for ranking your author. So the first one is relative contribution. On the basis of the contribution, the author names are ranked. So the major contributor will obviously get the first position, and the least contributor will always get the last position. The next one is alphabetical list. So on the basis of alphabets, the author names are ranked. The third one is multiple first author. As I have discussed before, that in some paper you will find more than one first author and more than one last author. So if more than one authors have contributed similarly for that research article, for that research finding, so they all will obviously get the first position, or they will always be recognized as the first author. Similar is the case with last author. And the last one is the negotiated author, which is settled after discussion. So the third one is abstract. So before writing the abstract, you must fulfill the following three rules. As you can see, before writing an abstract, you must include your major objective, hypothesis, and conclusion. in your abstract. So from reading your abstract, which is the main essence of your paper, so just from reading that abstract, the reader will get to know what you have done, what you have found in that paper, and what methods or technique you have used, what methodology you have adopted. So it is more appropriate to add your key sentence or keywords and the phrases from your method section also, and also discuss your major result from your result section. So your abstract must include these points like objective, hypothesis, some parts from your conclusion section, some part from your methodology section, methods, material, method section, some part from your result section. Introduction. So before writing introduction, you must be careful that your introduction, if your introduction is being able to answer the following question, it means you have written a good or an best introduction. So your introduction must be able to answer the following question, that why you choose that topic for research. For answering that question, you must include the prior research, the prior research done before, and the limitation of that research. Why is it important? Significance. Why is it important? To answer this question, your introduction must include the significance, importance, and application of your research work. And the third question is why you adopted a particular method or approach. So why do you adopted a particular methodology? If you are going for a scientific research, or you are going for, you are adopting a quantitative or qualitative method, so you must answer, you must justify your methodology, your approach. And the last point in your introduction must be your limitation of the previous work. So prior work must be included, significance of your research work, and the methodology you have adopted. These are the key points for writing an introduction. After writing introduction, in most of the cases, the literature part is also included in your introduction, which is literature review. So you have to survey different research article, almost recent article, and from those article you will extract their findings, and you have to wrote down, you have to write down those findings in your literature part. The third one is material and method. So this material and method is all about your approach, what you have adopted, your methodology, your research method. Either you are going for experimental analysis, you are going for physical instrumental analysis, or technique, qualitative method or quantitative method. What method you have adopted for finding your for your research finding. So the next one is result and discussion. This result and discussion basically is all about your finding and analysis. So you will discuss what you have found and what you have done in your experimental section. So the next one is conclusion. This conclusion will also include limitation of your method and future scope, so that after reading the research article, the reader will find your research paper fascinating as well as attractive, in a sense that he or she will be able to proceed that work from where you have stopped. I hope this video will be informative for you. If you like that video, please like my channel and subscribe also. Thank you so much.